I'm on my way back from another night working late. I think one of the reasons people don't go after it, they don't take chances on themselves, is because they really have low self-esteem. Now you could say, oh, well, they don't want to fail. They got a family. They got people to support, and I get that to an extent. But the only reason that failure would make you think I'm not gonna be able to provide for my family is because you don't believe in your ability to go get it done. And I'm not saying that you're gonna pompously think it's all gonna work out always, but let me tell you, if anything I try financially doesn't work, I know that at the end of the day I could always go pick up 2 jobs, fucking running pizzas like I used to do earlier this year. I could always do a couple of them jobs, work 80 hours a week, and I'll make sure my family eats. Like that, it's never crossed my mind. I've been like, oh, if this doesn't work out, I just won't be able to feed myself. Like in the last year, I've just come to that sort of conclusion. It's like, even if this shit doesn't work, okay, like I'll go figure it out. And I realize a lot of people don't look at the world like that. Like they don't think, oh, if it doesn't work out, then I'm just going to put in the grind and just go figure it out and we'll just try again. Because a lot of people don't want to do that. And I get that. I get that you don't want to go put in 15-hour days. I understand. But in my mind, if you want to go have something of your own, you got to master the short-term dissatisfaction for the long-term gain. And that's one thing I think that I don't want to say mastered, but man, anytime I can do the math and be like, listen, if I do this for just a short stint, I know on the other side I'm going to have something that I want, and it's going to better me, it's going to better my family, it's going to better our position, it's going to be better for all of us, I'll do it. In a heartbeat, I'll do it. And I think people miss a lot of that stuff that I do, or that successful people do. They only see the results of the success, right? And it started with that person believing, listen, even if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna figure it out. That's where it starts. But when you look at their successes, like if you see a good example, right? The car I'm driving is I made a video about this car before. 2007 Toyota Corolla. It's still the car that I drive when I go to, work sites, whatever. When I go drive myself around, it's the car I take. 240,000 miles on it. Now, when I drive my family around, or my wife's driving my kids around, she drives a 2024 Honda CR-V. We bought it brand new, cash. Now, when you see us in that car, you would think to yourself, see, they've had good fortune. They were able to do stuff that I wasn't able to do. But what you didn't see was that for 8 years, for 7 years, however long it was, this car I'm sitting in was our daily driver. And it was our daily driver with 3 dogs, and then with a child. Like, quite literally, there were family trips, and we used to live in Minnesota. We were 8 hours away from my parents. And that's if you just drive all the way through. We would spend 8 hours in a car, 8+ hours. A baby in the back, three dogs, 2 of which don't get along with each other. So one of them had to be crated. And we would switch off driving. I would be driving, my wife would be in the back with 2 of the dogs, one of the other dogs would be up here. Right? Like, that's the kind of shit we used to do so that we didn't have to spend money on another car. It was just normal for us. Like, that's the kind of shit we did. And again, I know people don't want to do that. Like, that's like, why would you put yourself through that? Because now, look what it's afforded us. When when we were ready to buy a new car, we bought it in cash. When we were ready to buy a house, we bought it in cash. Now, although my wife was making good money where she worked, because she decided, you know what, it's more important to me to be home and raise our children. That's what I want to do. We could say, okay, we can afford to do that. Why? Because all the things that everybody else said yes to, because they were simple, because they were easy because they gave your life some type of gratification in the moment. We said no to because there were more important things to us. Now, that is not to say if you find things that make you happy in life that you should just ignore them, right? That you should say no to everything. If that's not the life, if the life I'm explaining, where, you know, you got your wife at home and she has the ability not to work and you're not in debt, if those things are not convincing enough for you to give up the things that you have to say no to, then don't. But what I'm saying is, if your goal is to have your own, and I see so many people say, you know, I would love to have my own business. I would love to. All right, well then how are you going to get the capital, right? Like, you got to have a plan at some point, right? And your plan's got to start with saying, you know what? If I'm really the person that can run this business, I also have to be the person that's going to suck it up and do really shitty work if this doesn't work out. If that's not you, I don't know how you're going. If you can't spend the 10 hours in, you know, fast food or whatever it is because you don't like it, I don't know how the hell you're going to spend 15 hours in your own business. Legitimately, I don't know how. And that's why I believe, even if I fail, I believe in myself to an ugly degree right now. Like, I can't explain it to you. I don't expect you to understand. I don't expect anyone to hype me up. I hype me up because I've seen what I can do. I've seen it with my own eyes. I don't need anybody to rah-rah me. I know what I'm capable of. It's got to start with you. You got to believe. You got to look at your past. And that's really what I'm saying. If you got to give yourself enough of a runway of good decisions so that when you feel a little unsure, you can say, listen, I've been through harder shit than this. And that's what I really do. When shit gets hard, I look at the path behind me and I'm like, brother.
In about 10 miles, take exit 17 onto I-39 South and US 51 South toward Bloomington.
I look back and I go, brother, you have done far more difficult things than this. We're going to make quick work of this. And if I don't, I just get up and try again. That's all it is. If what you want is to be in control of your own destiny, part of being in control comes with establishing your own self-esteem. If you can't do that, you're going to have a hard time getting over the hump of all the what ifs. Because there's always going to be a good reason to not start. Always. And if you can't get over that shit, you'll never start. So, anyway, believe in yourself. Give yourself a reason to believe in yourself. And don't shy away from the shit that's difficult. Because if you do, you'll never get anywhere. I'll talk to y'all later.